might dissect her into pieces like you. So which one do you want me to do? Dissect her or end her life in school?
It sounds to me that the boy actually doesn't really have coping strategies with his anger and frustration. So what I'm hearing is he needs help. 9-year-olds don't have fully developed brains. It means that they are not able to have good moral reasoning. They don't really understand the consequences of their behavior. So members of the public have suggested calling the police and even encouraging public caning. I think the focus on punishing the perpetrator over the child's healing is, I wonder if it's actually stemming from our cultural belief in sparing the rod, you spoil the child. And while I believe that came from good intentions, the long-term consequence is that they may develop antisocial behavior and become more aggressive in the way that they handle situations, problems, or relationships. When our children are bullies, it is important to ask with empathy and curiosity to understand the motives behind that behavior. Then we need to teach them how to genuinely apologize. That can come in a form of writing a letter or saying that verbally to the victim. Sometimes that can come in a form of a punishment where we withdraw privileges that are important to them. For the victims, I think it's important for them to have safe space and time to grieve over the losses that they experienced and complex feelings such as shame, or even explore thoughts that might have been unhealthy. I think it's also important for us to have conversations about forgiveness with them and what would that look like, and more importantly, to teach them to be resilient in terms of drawing healthy boundaries should bullying happen again, and where and when to seek help. What we can look for in our children if they are bullies, we'll probably have to start from home. If our child is actually disrespectful or lash out on the other siblings or the helpers and grandparents, I think it's important for parents to step in and draw the boundaries. The first thing I will do is to separate them. The second thing that I will do is to check in on my helper because I want him to see that his actions have an impact on her. And then thirdly, I would actually ask my child with curiosity what made him decide to engage in a tone like that with my helper, because I want to give him an opportunity to reflect on his behaviors, and I want to give him an opportunity to understand that he can tell me when something is wrong. So maybe he will tell me that he was frustrated. So then with empathy, that would be, if you're frustrated, we can talk about how to deal with the frustration, but being rude is not the solution. So when our children learn to be respectful, learn to respect boundaries and the way that we speak to people, then it's less likely that they will engage in bullying behaviors outside of the home.